Alright, we back on live. I was hella hungry. I had to get some food. I had to. I was hella hungry. But yeah, I want to check out. I got kind of over this video. This ratchetness. This ridiculous stuff. Really, man, that Wemby game is about to be on. Can't believe Fox did that. Let me see. They know what I'm talking about. I want to know why.
Haven't scored. Try to get a layup, get up three. You know, make them force them to need a three. And OG made a good block.
Was there anything differently?
Haven't scored. Try to get a layup, get up three. You know, make them force them to need a three. And OG made a good block.
We need to take another look at Game 4 of the NBA Finals. I'm still not over the ending. Is De'Aaron Fox being falsely accused for losing the Spurs this game? He was catching some heat online, obviously.
It low-key looked like a foul. Not gonna lie. Kinda, but I mean, it'd be a soft foul, but towards the end of the game.
Losing the Spurs this game.
Hand right there.
He was
Comes off of it. Goes up.
catching some
It was too fast, but almost like he hit his
heat
arm.
online, obviously, for taking this layup when he could have dribbled out and
The lady just smacked his arm.
gotten fouled. And he did get fouled. They just didn't call it. In his head, though, he's probably thinking he either makes the layup or gets a foul. Best case being an and one that puts them up
couldn't
4.
challenge
Which
it?
that could be the biggest missed call in NBA Finals history. Because if the Spurs won, they would have reclaimed home court advantage and been massive favorites to win the whole thing. And now the Knicks are up 3-1. In my opinion, the blame goes to the person who was guarding OG Anunoby on the inbound. And you can see it looks like they were doing more of a hover strategy, and the person responsible would also be De'Aaron Fox. Okay, maybe it is his fault. Maybe he lost him the game.
Yeah, it looks like he was supposed to box him out.
Anunoby on the inbound. And you can see it looks like they were doing more of a hover strategy, and the person
Yeah, he went for the double on Jalen. With Wembanyama, you got the defensive player of the year guarding him. Let him guard him then. He did just hit a 3 over him a minute ago, though.
responsible would also be De'Aaron Fox. Okay, maybe it is his fault. Maybe he lost him the game. To those of you holding Wemby cards, how do you feel right now? And how are you feeling during that game? I cannot imagine. What are your thoughts on the game? Can the Spurs come back? Leave all your thoughts in the comments.
I feel like in any day and age, this would be the year that somebody comes back from a deficit like this, because we just saw New York come back in a way that nobody would expect. It's 2026. Literally anything happens.
Kicks it out in the corner. Brunson gets it back. Brunson on the drive. The floater's up. Shot won't go. Rebound deflected. In the backcourt. Fox has a chance to get it. Fox has it inside. Blocked by Anunoby. Not. Kicks it out in the corner. Brunson gets it back. Brunson on the drive. The floater's up. Shot won't go. Rebound deflected. In the backcourt. Fox has a chance to get.
There's something wrong in De'Aaron Fox. When Fox had the ball, he suddenly threw it to the side, allowing the Knicks to steal it from them. Everyone said that it was really a dumb play that he made. After that, Fox had a fast break and went for the layup, but little did he know that OG Anunoby would block it. Fox really thought he could outrun him. Fox really showed a bad performance in this game. He had so many turnovers. This is not the Fox that everyone knows. You've changed, Fox. The Fox that we know is fearless when playing. He has a lot of confidence in his heart. Maybe this isn't the end of De'Aaron Fox. Every great player goes through difficult moments. There's something wrong in De'Aaron Fox.
There is something wrong. I don't know what's going on. Oh, it's members only. The true one. It's crazy the stuff that niggas gotta do to be
The Bloods love.
Niggas,
Well, actually, no. The Bloods don't come in and do interviews wearing blue, but the Crips
crazy.
come in wearing red.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know.
They just feel like they won, so they can just wear whatever.
I feel like they won.
Just feel like they won, so they can just wear whatever.
Oh, the Crips won.
Is that how's tour going? You about to be back out?
Did we start already?
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah. It's going great.
I usually just get right into it. You know?
I love that. I love that.
It's like the most casual podcast on earth.
I love that. That's how you get them, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
You just start talking like, wait, did we start? They already said.
Well, I just low key just the B team by accident. I don't know.
Right.
If I edited it out, it's for my sake.
It's been going good. Been going good. All the venues have been nice.
Yeah, Wax said that it was overall pretty successful.
Yeah, made a lot of money.
Definitely.
Yeah, can't complain at all.
But I mean, it's like a different vibe, right? Because you're hitting some of the smaller markets that rappers don't necessarily always touch.
Well,
big ones too, but
yeah, some major cities. But as far as the cities wise, I'm on probation, so I'm kind of slowly working my way to traveling.
Definitely.
I gotta get permission and shit everywhere I go, so it's like.
So in your mind, is it like you're perfectly happy having the tour just be a crazy party the whole time, or are you at the point where you feel like you would rather have a little bit more of a controlled environment because obviously there's just so much bullshit that could happen?
Shit, you know me, Adam. As long as they paying,
yeah,
I perform in this motherfucker. Yeah, we can get on the table. We can fill this room up.
Right.
I was a simple guy.
I'm kind of thinking more like when you're on the tour bus afterwards and stuff, because we've seen a lot of shit going down, like with you know WAG freaking out about different people saying different things and everything on tour. Do you feel like that makes you want to control the circumstances more?
What, me personally?
Yeah.
It's just some ghetto shit, man. It's just how it is. It wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for the people involved, you know?
Right.
So I kind of let everybody have their own identity.
But I feel like there's part of you that wants to just have everybody come back to every decent looking chick in the building. Come on, let's get on the bus. Let's party.
Yeah. Well, I'm a little older now, so honestly, for me, I only bring the bitches back on the bus for the homies.
Oh, really?
You're talking about some... Oh, this is the whole thing. Oh, I ain't watching the whole thing. I thought it was like a clip. It looked like it was like 4 minutes. I ain't finna watch this whole thing. Oh, 4 hours ago. Some over here high and shit. Nah, man. Give me some shorts or something, bro. These are still latest short. How's that in the latest short? How long ago was that? It's a year ago. I think the latest shorts. They lie. Why are they lying? Why are these up here? What the? What's this? I don't care about those things. Hey, what happened here? That's 2 hours. I'm not watching 2 hours, bro. All right, where's like the videos that aren't? Yeah, right? Are these the videos? No. How we get to like the shorter ones? Cause these are too long. I'm not about to watch a whole video like that, bro. I'm finna just go down my shorter.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Knicks in 5. What y'all talking about? Let's go, Knicks. Let's go, Knicks. Cash rules. We're all clear.
I think we all already know who's gonna win the championship this year. I've been saying this on threads all season, and people still don't seem to believe.
I don't know him. I don't care about him. I don't care what you got to talk about. All right, where's my playlist right here? I was looking at white people, but
picture this: you're in East Africa. 300,000 years ago, the sun is brutal, the ground is cracked, the air is dry.
About it that much.
No John Burke, coolest podcast in the world, and I feel like today we are doing the Lord's work, having a conversation that really needs to happen because you, Kylie, have a lot of information that I think that the world deserves to know, and I really appreciate you coming out here and doing this.
Of course.
Yeah. So, okay.
Happy to be here.
You're from where originally?
Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. Okay. And I mean, when did you first meet Sauce Walka? I guess is probably the first question we should go to.
I was pretty young. Honestly, I was scared of him. And then...
Where'd you meet him?
Through Instagram mostly.
He reached out to you, or you hit him up?
He reached out to a friend of mine,
Okay.
and he was reaching out to her for me, in a sense.
He was like, hey, I want to talk to your friend?
He was trying to really get at both of us, essentially, and then whenever he saw me in person, he was like, I want her. And I was like, I'm scared. And
Why were you scared?
Just his persona.
Okay.
Things that I've heard about
You'd never
him.
hung out with a rapper before?
No, I was really young.
How young are we talking?
I was freshly 18.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Interesting.
Mhm.
And so how did he win you over?
Well, essentially, COVID happened, and then I saw him blowing up all over OnlyFans. I didn't have any money. I was broke. I couldn't even pay my bills at the time during COVID, and then I was like, well, let me just see what this is about, and that's kind of how it all started.
And so was the origin of the relationship business oriented, or were you guys seeing each other romantically?
Business, mostly.
And so he said, I want to be your OnlyFans manager, essentially?
If that's how you want to put it, yeah.
What did he call it?
What he always calls it on Instagram, pimping.
Okay, so he told you, I want to be your pimp.
Yeah, and I knew what it was, too, when I got
Why you
with
say
him.
it like that?
But was he saying that he wanted...
I want to be your pimp. Just sound like Hank Hill.
Business oriented, or were you guys seeing each other romantically?
Business, mostly.
And so he said, I want to be your OnlyFans manager, essentially?
If that's how you want to put it, yeah.
What did he call it?
What he always calls it on Instagram, pimping.
Okay, so he told you, I want to be your pimp.
Yeah, and I knew what it was, too, when I got with him.
But was he saying that he wanted to just run your OnlyFans, or was he saying he also wanted to have you out doing dates and whatnot?
No, he was wanting mostly on OnlyFans, and I was working in the strip club, too.
Okay.
So,
Okay. And did he have he had other girls that he was doing OnlyFans with already at that point?
yeah.
Because I have seen videos of him on OnlyFans, which was kind of surprising during COVID to see that.
Yeah, I think everyone
What's
was
up?
surprised.
Okay. Yeah, that episode.
And what percentage was he taking from your OnlyFans?
I'm not no chili pimp.
100%, I would say. And then he would give me some back to pay whatever bills I needed to pay, or, you know.
And how did you agree to that? Like, that it just feels like, you know, when people hear about OnlyFans managers taking 80%, they're like horrified. 100 sounds insane. Like, how, in retrospect, why would you agree to that?
I was just young and dumb, and I was just like, if this is what I need to do right now, this is what I need to do right now, and see where it goes, ride the wave, you know?
Okay.
So, and that's just what I did.
And then he's...
So when she's saying 100% in these situations, it's not like, okay, 100% goes to him and then just nothing goes to her. It's just 100% goes to the dude, but he kind of has authority over what gets spent, but then you still gonna get taken care of. You might spend it might get spent better on you, other than you buying shit that you shouldn't be buying, or putting yourself in situations that you shouldn't be putting yourself in with money, because that's what a lot of people do when they get a lot of money. So, you know, it's not necessarily just, okay, I gave it all to him and I'm just starving. You know what I'm saying? It's just you're living up to whoever that person's standards are, and what they feel like you deserve, I guess. But it's still like, they might feel like you deserve more than you feel like you deserve. So
starts promoting you a lot, and did you start to kind of blow up on there as far as you knew?
Yeah, I definitely did.
Okay.
He paid for a BBL and my boobs.
Okay.
So, yeah, I definitely did.
And you were happy about this? Would you say you were happy about it at first?
Yeah, I think I was pleased with it.
Okay. At what point did you guys start like dating, or does it become that sort of thing?
It was about a year into it.
Okay.
When things started getting a little more serious, and also that's when things got really bad.
Okay. So, but had you guys already been like having sex on OnlyFans prior to that?
Yeah, after my BBL.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Prior to my BBL, I was just on OnlyFans by myself.
And were you like developing feelings for him kind of the whole time, or like how did that turn into an actual relationship?
I think so, and I think he as well. You know, we were spending a lot of time together constantly, we live together. So, you know, it happens naturally.
Okay. And so you said that like the time that you got into a relationship was also when it started to get what, abusive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mentally, physically, emotionally.
How would you say that kind of began?
Honestly, after I got my boobs done, where things started going left, and he was coming off drink, and I was helping him sober up and taking care of him during his detox, and then one day he just woke up and snapped on me.
And what was him snapping on you like?
Pinning me up against the wall and strangling me.
Really?
Yeah.
And I mean, like, there's...
And at that point, I was already kind of too far deep, and you know, like when someone abuses you, the only thing that really makes you feel better is that person. So it's not as easy as to just get up and leave and say, "F it," whenever I've already invested all this time, money, and now I'm emotionally involved with you. It's not that easy to just...
No, yeah, I think like a lot of people think that it would be easy for a woman to exit that kind of situation. And in reality, you know, he spent like a year kind of building up your confidence in him and like sort of infiltrating every part of your life. That's kind of like textbook abuser behavior,
exactly.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So would you say that like that violence, like the actual physical abuse, became a consistent thing? Like would it stop for periods of time, or was it pretty consistent?
I would say like physical would stop for periods of time depending on how angry he would get. But the emotional and spiritually, that never stopped.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
From then on, it was just like,
go spiritually.
You're an ugly bitch, you bitch. I'm the one who did this for you, and I'm the one who's this for you, and you need me, I don't need you. It was constant every day.
Wow. Do you think that was like being done in like a sort of mastermind way of like, this is how I'm gonna break her down emotionally so that I can completely control her?
Yeah, he definitely 100%. He still thinks I'm his property.
Really?
Even though I haven't been with him since halfway through my pregnancy with our son.
Wow. So, okay. But at a certain point, like, did you try to distance yourself? Because like, I feel like, especially with him taking 100% of your money, that sounds like really insane. Like that sounds like something that you probably would have kind of been mentioning, like, hey, I don't necessarily think that this arrangement is fair. Like, did you bring that to his attention and whatnot?
Yeah, I think eventually as I started making a little bit more money and then our relationship grew, he would leave me, if I made $10,000, he would leave me with $3,000, you know, to just do what I needed to do and have money to get my nails done and buy what I needed to buy and food and stuff like that. But there were times where I had no money and I was begging for $100 so I could eat that day.
Wow. And I mean, that's how a guy like that would control.
Yo, this is terrible PR. This is where you never want to end up. This is where I never want to end up, is with a girl putting out such heinous PR on my system. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's one thing if you got bad things to say to this person or that person, you know, whatever. You can paint me in whatever light you want to paint me in that way. But to go out publicly in front of the World Wide Web with all the masses and just come out and say, these are all the terrible things. Because I'm not going to say like, I am going to say it, whatever. When you're doing this, when you're doing this like that, you probably are doing some things. At least, you know, a lot of people's situations that I've seen, a lot of people's programs that I've seen, you're doing a lot of things that if they came to light, it would make you look like a really bad person. So you have to be a really good person to the people that witness those things to make sure those things don't end up, or just really be up in there. You know what I'm saying? So if you're doing things to a certain degree while you're in there, and then, you know, then they defect, and somehow you're not in there enough to make them not do something like that. That's what would scare me. That makes me wonder, like, how far did you push it? You know what I'm saying? Because you got to push it pretty far to get them to defect to that level, you know? Not saying I've done heinous things by any means, but you know, you see a lot of things or a lot of things that you do in relationships that are unorthodox to your square individual. They wouldn't necessarily, they wouldn't like seeing what it would leave a bad taste in their mouth, you know? It might not even be illegal. It'll just be something like that a normal person wouldn't go through in a relationship, but you know, because it's a not square relationship, different things occur that's not for everybody to know. So it is leaking, you know, your sauce is leaking. So that's just, I don't know. That's one of those things you don't want to wake up as a P, wake up and this is what's going on, you know? Wake up out of cold sweat, 6 in the morning. You know, someone's just throwing smut on your program. Oh shit. You know, that's some shit that wake you up, keep you up at night. It happens, and you, I can't sleep. They're saying I beat her. They're saying I mistreat her. You know what I'm saying? Like, tossing and turning, sweating. It's all bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a horror story. That's one of them, what's that nigga's name? There's this nigga, he makes books. It's called, something about she got roaches in her crib or something like that. Hold on, TikTok author roaches. Quan Mills. This hoe got roaches in her crib. He be making these like random ass like AI book covers or something. But I guess they're really books. Hold on, let me find Quan Mills. So who is this? T-Rex, emo twinks, and the DL dope boys who love them. Quan Mills. Like, what are these? What's this? Old Thought Next Door. Pastors Eat Pussy Too. The Coldest Thug Ever. Tax Season Thoughts. Project Ho Dreams. My Baby Mama Is a Loser. See? I'm telling you. This is straight goosebumps for the hood. This is a horror story. My baby mama defected. You know what I'm saying? Where's another one? What is this? Old Thought goes to Pound Town? Out of pocket. My baby mama is a loser. You feel me? Nobody can love you like them Roughnecks do. This isn't Quant. This is a whole different one. I'm trying to find more of the Quan Mills. Where's it at? There's like alien ones. Oh, it's on Old Thought Next Door. Hold on. No. Quan Mills. Man. Hold on. I want to see some more of these real quick. Hold up. Sleeping with my baby mama's baby daddy. Okay, they got some niggas kissing. That's alright. Okay. My baby daddy is a vampire. They got that nigga viral way on the motherfucking cover. It's crazy. Okay, yeah. Stop this. I'm not logging in right now. I'm not gonna do it. I'm live. Alright, anyways. Y'all see where I'm going.
I guess is like
Yeah, for
to
sure.
make it so you don't have options, right?
Yeah, he would put me in a position to where I had no other choice but to stay.
Did he like separate you from your friends?
Yeah, I lost.
That's what's crazy. No other option but to stay. I mean, like, I always leave a door open. You know what I'm saying? You can always walk out. You can always leave me. I'm not saying I always want you to leave me. But I will never stop you from leaving me. I might talk to you about it. I'm never gonna just like block the door and be like, no, 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 you can't leave. Like I might be like, hold on, let's have a conversation. Let's see if we can't work this out. You know, let's try to reason about this. Figure out what's gonna work for both parties. What are you needing from this situation that you're not getting? You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta do all that. If it's like that, like, all money ain't good money. If you don't want to give me your money, you don't gotta give me money. You don't gotta do business with me. You know? I've probably been in some situations. I mean, I've been in some where I'm like, go. Get away. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you here. You don't gotta pull up. You know what I'm saying? Why are you still here? But I'm not gonna treat you bad to make you leave either. So, if service need to be rendered, service need to be rendered. But I ain't gonna make you surrender to the service that need to be rendered. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's up to you. That's up for you to do. I ain't a nigga with a whip. I'm just a nigga in the whip. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to crack a whip. I'm trying to crack a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of friends and family over it.
Just because he wouldn't really like let you communicate with them, or?
Well, he would trash them, and then, you know, just all the toxicness between him and I, it took a toll on my other relationships. And eventually people were just like this.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. So even your family? Like, why would your family?
Like, even if she lying about shit, I don't know if she lying about anything. Cause I know baby mamas be crazy, but the campaign is crazy. The smearing is crazy. It's nuts.
Like, how did that distance get created?
All the toxicness, and then all.
But then, like, if there's ladies that like that specifically or don't see that as a red flag, and they finna pull up, they're like, oh, okay, well, I know what bad things there are to worry about, so I'll just skip over those. Those don't apply to me, so we safe here.
Of course, everything that they would see on the internet. It wasn't a, you know, it's all over the place.
Did you try to leave at certain points?
It's women crazy.
And how would he bring you back?
Well, he would destroy my stuff. Or I remember one incident,
Niggas
I pulled
be
up at the
crazy
moving
too,
truck
but
at the house, and he took a knife to
brand of
my
crazy that
$5,000
bitches
couch
be
that I
is
bought,
interesting.
and just would almost refuse me to leave.
Wow.
So,
How much do you feel like this behavior was exaggerated by the fact that he, you know, he's pretty open about the fact that he's like really, really into drinking lean, and anybody who drinks lean, they kind of have this like effect where maybe you're having a good time on Friday night, but then come Saturday morning, you're fucking furious and acting out, right? I'm sure you got to experience that.
oh yeah, on a day-to-day. Yeah, it was for a while, for a long time, it was, he would wake up sipping drink.
Okay.
He would never put the cup down.
And
it was really hard for him to put
That nigga finna put that shit in the intro.
it down.
Really?
He'll never put.
Because he kind of talks about lean like it's this like gentleman's club, like it's like a elite league. Yeah, it's like an elite league of players who drink lean or whatever. And I think like I saw Charleston saying this, and it kind of mirrored what I was thinking when I heard that. I was like, no, dude, you're a junkie. Like, what are you talking about?
Sipping lean is you're sipping liquid heroin.
Right.
You might as well put a needle in your arm.
Yeah. And I mean, I have done it. I understand how it's fun in small quantities, but to the point where you like have to do it to make it through the day, it becomes.
That shit is good, but at the same time, that shit is bad. It don't do good things for your body. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not good for you. It don't do good things for your mental. It makes you like chill. It helps for like social anxiety and shit like that, to where you don't really give a fuck about what's going on out there. But like, it's not all that, and it's just not that good for you. It's not that productive. It make you be able to make some songs. You know what I'm saying? it'll put you in the right vibe, but that's just not good for you.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah, and then I saw the withdrawals that it caused, and he was down bad for 2 weeks. And couldn't leave the toilet because he was so sick.
Really?
Yeah.
Just be shitting?
And throwing up, face in the toilet. He would sleep on the bathroom floor. I felt bad for him because it was awful. I felt like I needed to take him to the hospital.
Right, because you posted a video of him where he's like kind of like this, like he's just sort of like, just looks like a straight up like junkie. Like I don't feel bad using that word because that's like the only way I can.
She caught him in the fentanyl. That's crazy. That's crazy. Getting caught in the fentanyl? That ain't right.
Could describe it, but there's a video on your Instagram where he does not look well, and you're kind of like messing with him. You're like poking him.
Yeah.
What was that video? Like when was that film?
I think it was not too long ago.
Okay.
Honestly, yeah.
A
couple months ago, maybe.
And he would try to quit lean, but he just like kept going back to it.
Yeah.
Really? Wow, that's the. So at what point in all this do you get pregnant?
I got pregnant in 2023. My son was born September 25th, 2023. And honestly, when I got pregnant, like I knew I was kind of fucked.
Really?
You know, I knew
now you're really stuck with him, yeah.
Yeah, and at that point I was kind of like, well, shit, I have to see it through now. And yeah, and I think from then forward, I just grew up and got a better head on my shoulders and was like, I can't deal with this with a child.
Damn, did you consider terminating the pregnancy or no?
Yeah, I did a few times, but I didn't. I had never been pregnant before at that time, never had a miscarriage or an abortion, and to me, it didn't feel right to do it, so I didn't.
For sure.
And I don't regret doing it because I love my son.
For sure. How did he react to the news that you were pregnant? He was happy about it and wanted you to keep it, or? Yeah,
he was happy about it. It was something that we talked about previously in our relationship for a while. And then it happened, so we decided to go through with it. But yeah, he was happy. But then about 3 months into my pregnancy, he just up and disappeared.
Really?
Up until my due date month.
And you just didn't see him at all, or?
Nope, I didn't. Maybe a few times he dropped in and out. But there was a time where I had to move. My lease was up on the house that I was living in, and I moved, and he didn't even know where I was living.
Damn.
Yeah, but I also at the time I was dead broke, could barely afford my own rent. I would call him and ask him to drop off money or to help me with this, help me with that, and he refused.
Really? So he's taking all your money. You're pregnant with his child, and he won't even do anything to help you get by. What would he say? Like, how would he suggest that you were able to?
He just would ignore me.
Really?
He wouldn't even answer the phone. Yeah.
Wow.
And I know his other baby mamas went through that as well.
Really? So you're in communication with someone?
I was wondering. I was like, damn, is he whooping Bambi's ass and shit too? I mean, she kind of said the other ones. I don't know if she confirmed. I'm like, damn.
Those other baby mamas now?
No, I do not speak to them.
You're in communication with some of those other baby mamas now?
No, I do not speak to them whatsoever. I'm at odds with one of them for sure. I'm not fond of her. Even though I sympathize with her because she goes through the same things that I go through.
But she goes back just like you were doing?
Yeah, more. I think she's still with him.
I know.
Is this the redhead one?
Yeah.
I forget what her Instagram name is or whatever, but.
Yes.
Okay. Because yeah, that's a lot to get into, but like, okay, I'll table that. But like, so do you have the baby, and is he around for the baby being born or anything? Or?
Yeah, he was. And I remember whenever I was in labor, I told the hospital, do not allow anyone to come up here unless I agree to it. And he almost refused that to where I had to let him up.
Really?
My mom was there, and she was really upset about it. So upset that she ended up leaving the hospital so he could be there.
Wow. And what do you think that he's like doing when he's like ignoring his pregnant girlfriend for months and months and months at a time? Like, what is he out there doing?
Whatever he wants to do, I don't know. I really couldn't even tell you. Working, rapping, spending time with other girls, whatever.
Right.
Traveling, you know.
For sure.
Just going on with his life like he doesn't have a pregnant girl at the house.
Wow. I'm sorry. That must have been really hard to deal with.
It was.
Yeah. So then you have the baby, and is he more supportive now that you've had the kid, or?
Yeah, he was the first month of my son's life. He was probably with me every day, and then things again went left on a very sharp left turn.
What happened?
And then I asked him, I was like, my rent is coming up, you know, I think my rent was $2,400. Can I have some money to pay my rent? I freshly postpartum newborn baby, and he essentially refused. And I was like, okay, well then I have to go to work. If I have to go to the strip club, that's what I have to do. And I dropped off my son with his cousin, and his cousin called me back and had me pull back up to where they were at, and he had me jumped.
He had you jumped with your kid right there, or?
Yes.
So your kid's...
His dad was there.
And so what, like a bunch of girls just kind of jump out?
2 of them.
Really?
And he recorded it. It's on video.
And really?
Yeah.
But that video's never been like released or anything?
I've never seen the video, no. But I know he has it.
So your baby's what age at this point?
A month or so.
And he has you jumped, but like what did you do that made him feel like now is the time that you deserve to get jumped? Because I saw you post screenshots and stuff of him acknowledging that this happened.
I don't know, probably because I don't let him speak to me or talk to me or let him do whatever he wants to do to me. And that's part of our issue, and that's why things, I think, escalate so fast and so quickly, and to the point that it does, is because I'm also like, you know, and I talk back, and you call me a bitch, I'm gonna call you a peon, and now we're at odds, and now you're mad.
Right.
And that's probably how it happened. That's how it always happens.
Did you recognize the girls who were jumping you?
Did I what?
Did you recognize the girls who were jumping you? And
yeah.
these are just girls that were around him?
His cousin. And then I think a girl also that was freshly around. I had never met her in person, but up until that point.
Damn. So how badly were you injured?
Not too badly. I have pictures of it. It was mostly just my head. I had some scratches and some bruising on my forehead, but that was really it.
And he's just like overseeing this? Like, what is he saying, or like, what does he say afterwards?
Well, after that, I took my son, obviously, back, and I went back home. And a couple days later, he was at my house, banging on my door, begging me to take him back and be cool, and offering me money, and you know, it's just the same old bullshit. It always is.
Wow. And how long did you separate at that point? Because I mean, that's got to be kind of hard to get over, right?
Yeah, I think, you know, I did definitely take him back after that situation. And then I think we went to like a couple, maybe a month or so, a month and a half or so after that. He took me to a courtside game to the Rockets. And we, you know, he made up for it, essentially, I guess, if that's what you want to call it.
If he had laid hands on you like repeatedly over the years, why would he then feel the need to get you beat up by these girls, like just to not get his hands dirty?
Well, because during my pregnancy, I was so angry with him that I exposed him also around that time too.
Oh, that's when you first started posting about him, and that is what really, really triggered him, you think?
Yeah, and then I remember him telling me throughout my whole pregnancy, the few times that he would talk to me, and it was mostly arguments. It wasn't anything lovey-dovey or anything like that. He would mostly just scream at me and tell me that he's not going to put his hands on me anymore. He'll have other people do it.
Right. Jeez.
And he has.
So that wasn't the only time that he got you set up?
Yeah, set up.
That's a long ass pause.
No, but had other people put their hands on me. Yes, he's done that. But that was the first time he had me set up, and probably the only time he's had me set up. But there's been other incidents where other people were around, and he told them to do what they needed to do.
Right.
And they did.
Damn. So what was the worst time he ever put his hands on you, though? Like, how bad did that part of it get?
Well, probably the strangling. That was pretty bad.
The what?
I have photos of that also.
How bad did that part of it get?
Well, probably the strangling. That was pretty bad. I have photos of that also.
Right.
I almost passed out during that time. And then probably the second time in Tampa, Florida, I flew out there to see him, and I gave him some money. And not even 3 seconds after that, me and him got into an argument, and then he open hand slapped me in my face, and I had to get stitches in my mouth.
Wow.
She said, landed, threw the money in his hand. He said, all right, cool. That's crazy. She said not even 3 seconds later, said, that's funny as hell. Said,
it's like occurring to me how crazy this is as we're saying it, that it feels like his fan base are like the number one type of people that are like not going to be sympathetic about this kind of thing. But really, I feel like he kind of deserves to be put in the same category as like a lot of other people who've been exposed for abuse over the years. But
yeah, and that's, that's why I'm here, is because I've dealt with it for so long. I've been dealing with him since 2020. So it's just like, this is my life that I live on a daily basis with him. And now I'm trying to navigate co-parenting with him. It's almost impossible. And I'm like, well, why not just tell everybody else? Why not expose it? I've already lived through it. He's already done the worst to me. So now coming to the internet and telling my truth and telling my story with him, what are you going to do to me?
Right.
I've already done the worst. I've already lived through it, and I can do it again if I have to.
right, all you have to do is just speak freely, and kind of paints the picture for the world to see. Because but he tries to cover up a lot of this stuff with like the whole pimp thing, right? Like this is all kind of justified under this like pimp persona. Like, how do you feel about that?
I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's just, what's the point? If that's what you want to do, then do it. But you're not going to do it with me.
Yeah, because like so many of the people that I've had on the podcast over the years are like people we talk about who kind of live by this like pimp code or whatever. It becomes pretty obvious pretty quickly that like this is just like a front that you put on to justify all of this crazy fucked up behavior of like
exactly.
shit with like extremely young girls, which you said you were freshly 18, so I guess it wasn't like breaking the law or whatever, but who knows. And then I don't know what you know. That's one thing I hear about these.
It's kind of the same thing as like religion, you could say, to where like there's people that do it because they actually believe in the things that are being spoken about in the religion, and there's people that use it as a way to justify the things that they do in life, that might be unsavory, to justify all the unsavory things that they might do in life. So it's pretty similar. It like, just like religion, it has a function, and the game has a function. It works out for people. If it didn't work, people wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Essentially, people don't work for free, and people can get exploited. Sometimes peas can get exploited in the game. They'll be with the girl, and let's say management in itself, just pure management, is a form possibly being exploited because you're getting a percentage, right? And let's say that the girl isn't making as much as you're putting into the situation in order to make a certain percentage. Now you're being exploited because you're taking 50% of the whole pot when you're putting in more. So let's say you're buying promotion and stuff like that. So looks like she could snort that 8-ball. He's crazy. She probably could. Hell. Why are you talking, nigga?
This pivots a lot. Is that like, as far as making money, you know, they're not following the law in the first place. So the age of consent is also probably not something that they're terribly concerned with. Or
and now now with the whole OnlyFans thing, when that became about it, he essentially thought now it's like, no, I'm good because it's covered by OnlyFans. It's legal money. We're doing it together. You know, I'm not sending you out with tricks. We're at home doing what we normally do at home, just on camera. You know, what's the point? You know, it's different. It's not the same.
But from your experience, was he doing the more traditional side of pimping as well?
Yeah, at the very beginning.
Okay. But then he kind of cooled off with that as OnlyFans sort of took over? The digital pivot, as they call it?
Yeah, and then I think also after I got like my surgeries, and then he's...
Shout out Adam, you know what I'm saying? I coined the term, the digital pivot as they call it. As Big Church calls it, you know what I'm saying? I call it how I see it, I'm a shot caller. I'm the one that made it happen. The original pivoter. Yeah. Shout out.
Saw the change and I got...
Took over?
At the very beginning.
Okay. But then he kind of cooled off with that as OnlyFans sort of took over? The digital pivot, as they call it?
Yeah, and then I think also after I got like my surgeries, and then he saw the change in me and how, I guess in his eyes, how much better I looked. That's when he really started, was like, you can't talk to anyone else, you can't be around anyone else, don't fuck anyone else, you're mine.
Right.
Your pussy is mine.
Right. Damn. So,
I mean, I'm not gonna speak for nobody, but it's probably not that, that she looks better now. It's like, I made this investment. Don't you go running off with my investment now. Not even like, you know, like you gonna run off, but don't go I bought it, like I bought a car. I don't want everyone else driving my motherfucking car, you know what I'm saying? Or I don't want my car going out driving by itself, you know what I'm saying? I bought the car so that I could drive the motherfucking car. You know what I'm saying? I bought the car. The fuck? But I guess it's like, it's not your investment, it's your body, right? But if they paid for it, it's your body, then like, does that mean like they have like a percentage of your body? You know what I'm saying? It's like an IPO, you know, like in the stock market. If someone invests a bunch of money, technically they're a shareholder. So I'm a shareholder in that body, right? Am I not? Am I not? You know what I'm saying? Like you pay me, you're a shareholder of my time. You know what I'm saying? So if I buy a part of your body, then like, especially, and let's say it's the main focal one, then aren't I a large shareholder in that ass? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Part of what you kind of exposed about him and everything was that you were saying that he was broke.
He was what?
That he was broke.
Oh, broke.
I mean, like he presents himself as if he's like a multimillionaire with tons of different businesses and everything like that. But then you put
$22 million.
Yeah, and it's like I kind of have been suspicious about that because I'll see him say that he's got 20 dispensaries, and he's like, I just opened my 3rd dispensary, and I'm kind of watching online like, how does that work? So when you posted like a screenshot of him having like $3,000 in the bank, or I forget what it was, like 15K total in the bank or some shit like that, like.
Well, it was $16,000 in auto loans.
Oh,
and then $3,000 in the checking.
Oh shit! So, from your perspective, when he says that he's got millions of dollars and he's holding the huge stacks of money and shit, like how does that work?
Honestly, I have no idea. That's something I can't really put together in my own head. And that screenshot is not. I don't have access to his bank account. That screenshot is he sent it to me because I was threatening to put him on child support because he does nothing but maybe buy some shoes and clothes here and there. But yeah, he sent me that screenshot. And as far as all this cash, I don't know. Like, I know whenever I was with him and we were together every day, I know a lot of his money came in cash through like rap features and music videos and Instagram promotion and things like that. But all this new stuff I have no idea about because I haven't been with him. I'm not in his everyday life. And then as far as the dispensaries go, I really think he's just more of like a promoter for it.
Right.
And then gets cut a check.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the owners of them.
Yeah, I would assume for sure. But that was one thing that like really stood out to me because at one point my boy Remo tried to like put me and him on text to like talk out our issues or some shit like that. And he just like, I honestly didn't even look at it, but he just like, he had like dozens of screenshots on deck of like photos of bank accounts.
I saw those messages.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
Yeah, he sent them to me.
Okay.
He was very upset about it.
Yeah, I didn't even really like look at it, but like it was like all these screenshots of him having millions of dollars in the bank and all this shit. And I'm just like, I don't know, like I'll be real, I'm a multimillionaire and I've never even considered sending people screenshots of my fucking bank account or anything just because like I don't really like want to have to justify my existence on the basis of money or whatever. You know, that's just like so not how I would ever want to be out here behaving.
I just don't like people using that against me. If I say, oh, I got this amount of money, then I got motherfuckers asking me for money or motherfuckers treating me as if I have a certain amount of money, that they know I have a certain amount of money. I don't like that. I don't want you to know exactly how much money I have. You know what I'm saying? I might be like, I'm getting money. You know what I'm saying? I want you to know I'm getting money, but I don't want you to know I have a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I don't got it. You know what I mean? I don't got it. I don't really got it. You know what I'm saying? I got what I got. What I got is for me. You know what I'm saying? It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody to know either.
And most people with money, they don't do that. You know? Like, why do I care if you know how much money I have in the bank? It's none of your business.
Yeah.
And that's not something I feel the need to prove.
Right.
You know, most millionaires or most people with money, they don't care. They're just going to show you and you're going to see it.
Right.
You don't have to brag about it.
And like, I get why he has to do it because he's a rapper, because it's like he's got to, you know, flex with chains and cash and whatever, jewelry. But like, this was just a text with like me, him, and Remo. And he's like really concerned with me, like knowing that he has money. And I'm just like, this does not change anything about how I feel about you, or like, doesn't make me think you're like more of a big man or anything like that. Like, I was just like, I don't know. That really like stood out to me. I was like, whoa, he's insecure. And so then.
Very.
So insecure hits home?
Yeah.
Why?
Very.
Like, you don't think he's like as confident as he maybe lets on?
Mm-mm.
Interesting.
No, I don't.
So, okay, then there was a conversation. Okay, well, we got to rewind the clock. When did you first speak to Drake?
I met him back in 2024 on his birthday that he had in Houston.
Okay, and you were just at the club or something?
Yeah, it was like a private event, or it was kind of open to the public or something, and then I was invited, so I went, and I brought a lot of my friends with me. I think I was with 8 or 9 girls. You know, we're all bad bitches, BBLs, look pretty, look good, so it caused a lot of attention, I'm assuming, and he came up and introduced himself to all of us.
Okay. And how long did it take before he figured out that you were Sauce Walka's baby mama? Because him and Sauce have like been kind of trading words for really like since like the very beginning of Drake's career, which is kind of crazy. A lot of people are just realizing that now.
I don't know, maybe.
Okay.
Fairly quickly.
He figured it out.
Yeah.
Did that seem like that was of interest to him?
Maybe, I guess. I can't speak for him, but yeah.
Okay, and so how many times did you say you and Drake hung out, or like how did that kind of unfold?
A few times, you know.
Okay.
But we had a good run. You know, he's a great man. Appreciate him for everything, and that's all I'm gonna really say about that.
Okay, and at some point he ends up getting you a car.
Mm-hmm. And prior, let's go back to the birthday party. My baby daddy went to the birthday party.
Sauce was there.
Yes.
Okay.
And he knew I was there. He had his little minions running around my section, keeping an eye on me. And then from what I heard, he was there for about 5 minutes and left because he was uncomfortable that I was there, and I'm sure he knew what was about to go down.
Oh, shit. Wait, what was going to go down?
You know, I'm sure he knew Drake was going to talk to me and I was going to do what I was going to do, and I'm sure he had a gut feeling about it, and he didn't want to see it happen in person.
Oh, wow. And yeah, I could imagine. That would be tough. Did he talk?
So you're telling me she went out to another nigga birthday party. You saw her there. You went over there, saw it, or you had someone scope it out. So I'm guessing they saw her there, told him, he went there. That's your baby's mom. Saw that she was there with him and then left. Like, damn. So in a way, it's like Drake took his baby mom. Damn. It like in front of him, in his face. But like, you could say like, oh, and then he's like, I'm the one that sent her. I remember he said that, how could I be tender if I'm the one that sent her? Playing with optics, you know what I'm saying? Like, in one way, you'd be like, okay, I sent her, but that's your baby's mom. Was this before or after this was his baby's mother? I think that's what's important. After it's your baby's mom, you go and send her somewhere, I guess. I mean, like, I guess. That's why I never really understood that. It's kind of a Drake dub, you know what I'm saying? Just I'm gonna take your baby's mother in front of you. That's cold. I don't like that. That's cold. That's cold. I ain't know it was like that. On my birthday. Or let's say like he did like buy all this stuff. It's a drop in a bucket for Drake. That nigga's a fucking billionaire or whatever the hell. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, yeah, here I'm gonna give her something so that way he's okay with me smashing his baby's mom. The game is cold. I know that the game's cold as hell. I've been in some blizzards. You know what I'm saying? I done been through some blizzards. That's why I go wherever I go. I keep heat. I keep a torch. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a flamethrower on deck. You know, I know how to go through a winter. You can ask any girl that's ever worked with me or been with me or anything like that. I am resourceful. I'll make it happen. And even if she ain't finna make it happen, I make it happen. You know, like I'm make it happen, Captain. That's why I put that on me. I make it regardless every time. So I know the winter. I know how cold it can get. And that I guess, you know, sometimes the hotter you get, the colder it get. You know what I'm saying? That's a cold one right there, man. That's a pretty cold one. That's a Stone Cold Steve Austin Brewski. 2 cold ones to the face.
What about Drake a lot?
Yeah. So, ever since my relationship with him, and that was 2 years ago, you know, ever since that happened.
2 years ago, 2026, the baby was in 2023, so that's post baby mama. So that's your baby's mother. It's mother of your children. Don't I got like some booze over here? I don't know. I gotta get my soundboard together. That's your baby's mom. Yeah. I don't know about that. That's
Almost every conversation I have with him, with my baby daddy, he mentions Drake in one way or another. If I ask him and I'm like, hey, can you give me some money for Splash so I can, you know, pay for his daycare this month?
Your child is named Splash, for the record.
Splash, yes.
Okay.
No, call Drake. He can do it.
Yo, call Drake. Call Drake. He can do it. Hold up.
Splash, yes.
Okay.
No, call Drake. He can do it.
That ain't right. No, call Drake. He can do it. Drake got it. That's Drake. That's Drake. Drake the Pappy. I am not the Poppy. Go call Champagne Poppy. Since that's your motherfucking dad. Since that's the dad, call that nigga for splash, not me.
So he was really butthurt about that one, huh?
Yeah. 90% of our conflict at this moment is because of Drake. And I'm like, that happened 2 years ago. Get over it. Like, why do you have your nuts in a twist over this man so badly? Like, do you want to go fuck him?
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
If that's what you want to do, then, you know, shoot your shot, homeboy.
His whole persona he puts out there is like he's so player that he couldn't possibly care about what another man has going on. And it's like, yeah, from the outside looking in, it seems like you're pretty tender over Drizzy.
You always got something to say about what
had any kind of association with one of your baby mamas.
And mind you, Drake has done more for me than my baby daddy has ever done since the moment I've met him.
Have association with one of your baby mamas.
And mind you, Drake has done more for me than my baby daddy has ever done since the moment I've met him.
Out of pocket. Out of pocket. Like, let's say this is showbiz. Let's say she's lying. Let's say this is not what you want to wake up to. Like, a nigga's gotta hit the ground running at this point. He's gotta hit the internet with so much more, so that way it's not full of just this. It's damn. Let's say the nigga don't care. He's taking it and swallowing it, no diddy, and throwing it somewhere deep, no diddy, so that his nigga don't care. That's a lot of effort. You know what I'm saying? That's a painful one. Hey, let Drake take care of this little nigga, man. Since Drake want to be all up in your face. Since you want to be entertaining Drake on his birthday in front of me.
So let's just make that very clear.
Financially, he's just been willing to...
Financially, and he just obviously treated me better. Just normal conversations. Never called me out my name. My baby daddy, I can't even get $100 out of you without pulling some fucking teeth.
Wow. Yeah, because like that's one thing. I had Chromaz on here a couple months ago, and you know I brought up Drake, and she just had absolutely nothing but good things to say about him, and that really stood out to me. That like for being a bit of a playboy who's obviously been associated with a lot of girls over the years, you really don't hear any of them have anything bad to say about him.
Yeah, I have nothing bad to say about him.
Right.
He's a great human.
Yeah.
You know, if you have anything bad to say about him, you're just a hater.
Wow. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he, one way or another, he has mastered the art of not leaving a girl unhappy, which I think is a very useful thing because we all know what it's like when a girl's upset at the end of a relationship.
I've definitely had some girls be unhappy, but I've also had some girls tell me, despite the type of agreements that I be having with women, that I treated them better than any man has ever treated them before and since. I like to believe that I have decent promotion for my services. Especially if you get in like kind of deep with me. I have a pretty strong moral compass. I understand what needs to be done, but at the same time, I'm not a motherfucking monster. You know what I'm saying? No one's really gonna depict me as a monster. You know what I'm saying? They might say that I might be argumentative, you could say, or I could be stubborn, or be very opinionated or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm right all the time. Those could sometimes be, I feel like, some of the worst things about me, you know. And I know these things because I do think I'm right all the time. Why would I even say anything if I wasn't right? You know what I'm saying? And if you prove me wrong, then cool. Now I'm right. Now I am right. I wasn't right before. Now I am right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I have a lot of conviction in the things that I speak about. If anything, if I play around with it, it's for other people's feelings. It ain't got nothing to do with how I feel about shit. It's about I want to make sure that the message that I'm saying is received the way that it needs to be received without you putting up your shield. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I am trying to disarm you, but not because I got malintent. I don't have bad intentions. I just need you to get the message that I need to get in. You know, I can't get the goods into your city unless the gate's down. I need the gate down. You know what I'm saying? And these goods that I got is this game, so I need you to hear it. You know what I'm saying?
We're at the end of a
Spurs winning
period of time speaking to somebody or whatever. So I don't know what the is.
It's 26-13.
Secret sauce is in that regard, but he definitely seems like he always like leaves like a pretty good impression on the girls he deals with.
Yeah, he does for sure.
For sure. So, okay. Like, when did he find out that you were spending time with Drake? Like, how
I
did
think
that?
he knew almost immediately from the party.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I remember the next day I woke up to him sending me a text message saying, I'm sorry and I love you. Let's, make this work for Splash and do what we need to do for Splash. And I just remember laughing at my phone like, you're fucking pathetic. You're only doing this because you saw me at Drake's party.
Yeah, he's playing with the optics, making it be like I'm the one who. Damn. That's funny.
Right. Okay, as far as like as men, how would you compare Sauce to Drake? Like, who's more of a man, or who's like the better dude overall from your perspective?
I'll be 100% hands down Drake.
Why?
Like, if on a scale, Drake would be up here and my baby daddy would be on the floor.
Oh my God. That's rough.
Yeah. And I hate to say it. I wish I chose better.
Yeah.
I wish I was a little smarter and not so naive. And,
We're so young too.
As a young female at that time, but it is what it is, and everyone makes mistakes. I'm only human.
Right. So okay, then there was a clip where I was on the podcast with Whack, I think, and I was speaking about Sauce sending me all these deranged text messages. And I was basically like, I didn't say any details, but I sort of said like, listen, Drake told me a little bit of information about Sauce and his baby mamas, and let me just tell you, there's some crazy shit going on. Like, that's all I said. I left it open-ended. I didn't want to like really divulge any information, and I didn't really think anybody would give a fuck about me saying that. But
that right there sent him into fucking orbit.
Wow.
That's when from that moment forward, things.
Adam said, wait, I did that? Me? Look at his face. He said, oh, I didn't think nobody would care. Did I get you beat up? Oh, damn. Look at him. He said, I think he legitimately thinks he might have got her beat up. And I'm not laughing at it. I'm eating. But I think he legitimately.
That's when from that moment forward, I never heard the end of it. The
Really?
phone call I got after those text messages.
He's like, oh, okay, phone call. Phone call. I didn't get you beat up. Whew.
Whew. Lordy Lord.
What was it like?
He wants to know.
Just.
What did I do?
You're a fucking Drake.
What did I do?
Fucking bitch. Da 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 da. They're fucking laughing at me. Adam 22. It just was never ending.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, here we go.
And he just recently had a clip that came out online where he said like, because you leaked like a phone call that was like right after that or whatever, and he basically was like, I wasn't mad at her for f***ing with Drake. I was mad about the fact that Drake and Adam were pillow talking about me using information that was gained from you.
I don't know exactly what information that y'all are talking about. I never really spoke too much about my baby daddy with Drake.
And to be totally real, Drake didn't really tell me that much crazy shit either.
Because our relationship was not based around him.
So your time spent with Drake was not spent talking about Sauce Walka, but your time with Sauce Walka at that point became primarily about talking about Drake. Jesus Christ, that's diabolical.
It is diabolical. And he thinks my whole relationship with him was all about my baby daddy, and it was nothing about. Maybe we had 1 or 2 conversations about him, you know, but it was nothing like in depth or.
It probably had a lot to do with it. I did some stuff like that. That's one of my main motives. I don't like somebody. I'll mess with your baby mama. Now what? You can never undo it. I can't unfuck your bitch. You know what I'm saying? You can do anything you want after that. But I won't unfuck the bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's what I used to do way back in the day. I ain't done nothing like that in a minute. But I definitely done some revenge boinks, you know what I'm saying?
Anything serious, or I didn't give him any tea on my baby daddy or anything like that. It was, you know.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if I had to like summarize the gist of what Drake told me about him, it was basically like, he don't got money like that. And this whole like cool player persona is cap.
Fucking fake.
He's like a psycho.
He still calls me to this day asking me for money.
Really?
Yes, and I'm like, dude, why?
But you have control of your OnlyFans now, I would assume?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. And all of my money. And mind you, I have grown and evolved, and I'm so much better now that I'm not in his life. And he sees that, and he's like, calls me, he's like, hey, can I get 30,000? And I'm like, for what, dude? Like, go buy some fucking diapers.
30,000? Yeah. What, like, why would he need to borrow 30,000?
That's what I say.
What the?
He said
I thought
borrow.
you have $22
He's not
million.
asking to borrow.
Yeah, and he's like taking pictures with like, looks like many hundreds of thousands or like $1 million in cash and shit, which is kind of weird. Like, why do you have $1 million in cash? I don't know if like the IRS would take interest in that or anything, but I don't know. But
I hope so.
She knows something. She's not saying
you would like to see him get audited?
He needs to.
Damn, I don't want to like speak that into existence, but they do like a hotline where you like tell.
Not to Dirty Mac, but she could definitely say, if the money's there, she could definitely say something and be compensated for her child. Just saying. At least if she moves to Washington or something, she could do that. That's all I'm saying. Hell yeah. What's poppin', man? Yeah. Big shots, the biggest. I fucks with you.
IRS to investigate people and they'll like reward you.
Oh, really?
I don't know. It's just an idea.
I wouldn't do that, but I'll let someone else handle that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. But damn. So, okay, because in that call too, he says, "I will get Drake's car shot up." That was kind of.
See, I didn't listen to none of that. I don't know. But I'll listen to this. They say what?
Surprising to me because that's like a whole different level. Like, damn, you like.
Well, that's how he speaks to me on a daily basis.
Just the constant threats of violence.
Constant threats, whether he follows through with them or doesn't, but it's constant threats, constant intimidation. And I'm like, there's nothing I can do to a man, you know, like I could slap you and maybe, ow, that hurts, but I can't hurt you the way you can hurt me. So yeah, I'm fucking scared. Yeah, I'm gonna back down and be quiet and do what you want. But yeah, that's constant. Wow. I don't think he would actually do anything to Drake because Drake moves like the fucking president of the United States. You can't get through to him. Right. You know, like even if you wanted to.
That's what I was thinking. It's kind of funny about the idea of shooting up Drake's car. Is like, well, if anybody's got a bulletproof whip, and not to mention like a bunch of fucking security around him and all this other shit.
Yeah,
like, let's be serious.
Like you can't get through to him. He has.
You probably got a
his
body
security
double.
is like Donald Trump's security. Let's be for real.
Yeah. Did you hear the story about like Sauce pulling up on Drake while Drake was like out with a girl?
Yeah, I think that was like in 2000.
Hey, what you saying? Church, you knocking other P's, last 3 or 4, you checking it in good or paying? One second, let me scroll this shit open. Or what? At least paying for his room for a day or 2. Nah, nigga, get it from whatever you got from before. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Obviously, she jumped to me for a reason like that. But I mean, it depends on what. It depends on if I even really want the bitch like that. Sometimes I'll check a bitch just to you know what I'm saying? Just to knock her, just to disrupt the situation. I've definitely done it a couple times. I've done it a couple times, not even like that. I ain't gonna explain it like that. But no, I'm not gonna throw him something. I need that. I need that. What'd you think I knocked her for?
7.
So that wasn't you? Oh, this is back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What happened in 2007?
7.
On Drake, while Drake was like out with a girl.
Yeah, I think that was like in 2007.
So that wasn't you? Oh, this is back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He
Because when
a man.
Ack told that
I
story,
was like 8 years old. Yeah.
oh, okay. Because Ack told that story and he said that like Drake didn't have security with him too. So I guess that would make sense like very early in his career. But
Yeah.
I don't think Drake wasn't on in 2007. I don't think he was like famous until maybe 2008.
That's extra
or something.
disrespectful. That's even more disrespectful. Cause it's like, all right, little nigga, I'll take it from here. Here's the tip. That's so damn disrespectful. That nigga will want to pop me that nigga will want to kirk me, bro. That nigga wanna, and he should. He should want to. You just made a lifetime nemesis. This nigga gonna try to starve you out the game no matter what. You're gonna have somebody pulling invisible strings on your life for that until the end of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't ruffle feathers. I'm just saying ruffle the feathers enough. Don't make that nigga's bloodline go against yours for the rest of the time. All right, little homie, 200 for the room. Get yourself another one, knock you something, get something going, cause you ain't got nothing going. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. If it's the homie, that's crazy. If it's like somebody I know like that, I'll be like, damn, she's choosing. All right, here, bro. She done threw me such and such. You know what I'm saying? Boom, I'm gonna hit your hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit your hand with something, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. We could do it again. You know what I'm saying? Hit me with another one. You know what I'm saying? But nah. I ain't hitting the rando with the here's 200, be my groupie, little nigga.
But
So
that period of time,
Yeah, I think it was that period of time. I think,
Try to
yeah,
sneak
like
in a little
2007. And yeah, I did hear about that situation.
Drake with no security in 2008 or 9 would be
make sense.
believable, I guess. Yeah, he's just kind of getting started, but damn. So that's insane to think that it goes back that far.
Yeah. And honestly, I think the whole beef, from my whole understanding and my perspective, is I think he was just really mad that Drake didn't give him a feature. And then from also my understanding is Drake never said no to the feature. It's just he wasn't going to do it on Sauce Walka's time.
Right.
And then got mad whenever he didn't get it, whenever he wanted it on the song that he wanted it on, and pulled up on him and did whatever he did. And then now I think at that point...
Nah, I don't be on the blade. I don't put my girls in places where, in weird places. Places that stink, that's number one. I'm not putting them in those places. I wouldn't do that. So, let's get that out of there. I done had too many... I know too many people in too many situations, and plus it's honestly not that great a look. That's not a good look. We in 2026. It's a long time since 1956. You know what I'm saying? 1976. That was a long time ago. We don't gotta do that like that anymore. There's so many other ways. I'm not doing that. I said other ways that I started out before, and it didn't involve that. it still always had a little pivot in it. You know what I'm saying? I had some other ways. I had some alternative ways. I had some extra ways, but it was never a blade. You know, that's I don't do that one. Yeah. What'd you say? 1099, why can't I send a super chat? I think I gotta get more watch hours or some shit like that. I think I gotta do more. I'm more consistent now. I'm doing it like every other day now, but I never really did it. I was too busy doing the thing that we talking about. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people talk about what they did and stuff like that. A lot of people ain't doing it. That's why they ain't got time to talk about it. You know, but I got time to talk about it, right? I'm making time to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Point Drake is like, fuck you, dude.
Right.
I'm not giving you shit now.
Yeah. I mean, anytime you're dealing with somebody who's like important, being pulled in a million different directions, etc. Like when I talk to Drake, it's like, wow, I think it's cool that you're even like, that you even trust me to even tell me anything that you got going on or whatever. I'm not like, you know, vying for like, oh, you got to give me a look. Like, let me do this. Like, help me out in this way or whatever. It's like, if you're going to, you know, give me any kind of opportunity or whatever, that's great. But I'm not going to be being thirsty and rushing it or asking for it or whatever. I mean, look at Ak was not glazing, standing, being a huge fan of Drake for like, you know, 10 plus years. And Drake eventually, you know, like flew him out, took him out to eat, all this kind of stuff, whatever, like gave him like a moment that
thing is, the blade seems like, to me, also it seems like selling crack. Like you just posted on the block waiting for someone to pull up, waiting for a rando to pull up in like an unregulated territory, just waiting like a dope boy. Like I'm not sending out the pretty bitch to act like the dope boy. You know what I'm saying? Hell no. No, he doesn't. You could be a cross-dresser. You know what I'm saying? You could definitely be a cross-dresser. No, he does not have probable cause. The hell? Your life decisions like that, those don't specifically mean anything. The hell? He said, if police stop me and sees heels in my passenger seat with some eyelash extensions, do you think he has probable cause to search my shit, bro? Hell no. No. You could be a cross-dresser. It could be your girlfriend and stuff. It could be anything. What the hell? Who that happened to? That's crazy.
obviously was like hugely advantageous to Ak's career, but probably.
But what I was saying is like it's like you out there slinging crack. You need to go somewhere. I'd rather you work in like a dispensary type thing where people are gonna come up. They could be regulars. You might see their face again, and it's a regulated environment. You know, if you can do and you can sell it at whatever price you want to sell it at and stuff like that. Make sure it's at a specific environment that you can increase your profit margin. You know, however you see fit as an independent contractor. You know. I'm gonna put you somewhere in a place like that, in any type of environment. It might be digital. It might be a digital environment like that, you know? So it might be in person like that. There's places like that. There's a lot of places like that. There's many, many places like that in a lot of different ways. So that's what the blade seems like, easy and lazy and outdated. You know, you can get it fast, I guess, but it's like, there's too many complications, and it's not imagine her peers. She's talking about the way that she's getting it versus the other ways. Like it makes it seem like they're pretty low on the totem pole when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? Especially the type of girls they got a bit less class, especially if they're gonna be down with being put in those conditions like that. That's crazy. So no, we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it'll turn the bitch to a monster, but like, you know, she might come back with too many battle scars, you know what I'm saying, to really make it to the stars. It's not really finna be like that. That's not really the move. I'm really trying to tell you, you know what I'm saying? You can make it happen with a certain class of girl, because a certain class of girl ain't gonna be able to make it in those other ways. So some girls gotta do something like that, but if you're gonna do that, go to like I don't know, like a sex shop or something like that. I don't see that. Something happened. I don't see it.
that wouldn't have happened if Ack was like being thirsty and like, you know, begging him for a look, you know?
And also my baby daddy I feel like he has such a point to prove that he's this big, tough guy. And then I felt like that's what he was trying to do to Drake in that moment by pulling up on him and trying to intimidate him. And I don't think Drake is the type of guy to get intimidated.
Right.
You know, I don't think you can punk him into doing what you want him to do.
Yeah, because
he doesn't even give that.
I think Sauce, like, it's so important to him that he be like the toughest dude, the richest dude, etc. And then when he's faced with like his baby mama spending time with a dude who without question has more money than you and you can't do anything physical to him or whatever, he's just kind of left like floundering.
Yeah. And then my whole thing is like, if he quote unquote sent me like he said he did, right? Why is your ass tight about a car that he bought me?
Right.
Why are you so upset about it? Wouldn't you be happy like, woohoo, we just got a free Maybach?
Right, because that's how he tries to paint it as like, look, I sent my girls to get this money and these possessions out of Drake, and then I'm spending that money or that I'm driving these cars, etc. Which, like, from a pimp perspective, I guess that would be admirable, but obviously that's like the only thing that he can say. And then when we hear the phone calls, I think you like the bubble pops and you realize like, oh, that's absolutely not what happened.
Right. Yeah, it's not what happened at all. He was very intimidated by it, I think, and upset because, mind you, my baby daddy has never bought me a car. Honestly, I've probably gone through 3 or 4 cars dealing with him because he destroyed every single last one of them.
He'll just like f your car up when he's angry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I got him back a few times. I'm not perfect.
Okay.
I'm not here to claim that I am, but yeah, for sure.
Right. Because that's another thing that
sounds like they both the problem. She said she got him back. What do you mean got him back? You trashed one of his cars too? Y'all going car for car? Don't be doing that. That's the type of shit they be doing though. No, not necessarily. Are you and Sharp back in good terms? No, not necessarily. I mean, we're not on bad terms necessarily, but we're not on like, I don't know. I think he weird. You know what I'm saying? He think I'm weird. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I don't know.
you posted is that the girl that he's with now, the redhead chick, I forget her name, but she's like a white girl with red hair, redhead sweetheart or some shit is her Instagram. You posted photos of her.
That she posted on Instagram.
Oh,
herself.
so she did post those before where he had like beaten her up or got her jumped as well? Was that eye-opening for you to realize like, oh shit, this is just what he's doing?
No, because I knew that's what he was doing. I mean, I can't be the only one going through it, you know? And, you know, I already knew. I've dealt with it, and she's been around longer than I was.
Right.
So, and the few times me and her have been together in, you know, person, and when we were trying to get along, because a lot of times he would pin us up against each other. She does this, and you do this, and she does this, and she does this, and it was a lot of, he would make us almost be in competition with each other. So the few times that we did try to get along and get together in person, we, you know, exchanged a lot of stories with one another.
Really?
Yeah.
Anything stand out about what she's been through?
I'm not going to speak on her story. That's for her to tell. And if she wants to, that's on her. But I'm not going to speak on her. I can only speak about myself. But yeah, a lot of similar things.
Because she hit me up a couple times and not like, she hit me up, I think to like tell me shit about him.
Shut the f up.
But it like, I wasn't sure because I know that he like uses his girls' Instagrams to try to get people set up and shit.
No.
So I feel like because she like hit me up and then I was like, yo, what up? She was like kind of saying she wanted to do an interview. And then I was just like, what up? And then she like stopped responding and I'm like, oh, okay, he got back cool with her.
You know, he's never had any access to my Instagram ever.
Oh, okay.
Never had a password to my phone that I know of, you know. but I've never given him any. So I could almost guarantee you that was her.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
He's never, and the whole, I messaged him on her DMs. It's a lie. He's never. And me and Drake didn't even message through DMs because I met him in person and I gave him my phone number. So again, a lie.
So you still have the whip that Drake gave you or no?
No, not anymore because my baby daddy absolutely destroyed it.
That's like the ultimate car you got to destroy as if it was coming from him, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's fucking crazy.
Sorry, my wig is itching.
No, that's good.
You know, just had to make sure.
Who? I was already with Bambi. I was with Bambi before Sauce was with Bambi. I'm the one who named her Bambi. The fuck? What, not her, this one? She with Drake. I don't know. Shit.
It's not coming off or anything.
For sure. Okay, and so then, like, yeah, what had to happen that you decided, like, and I'm just putting all this shit out there on Front Street? Like, when was the last time you actually spent time with him?
Recently. Because he always says, you know, mind you, I don't really send my child over to him too often, for good reason. And the few times that I do, it's always some type of drama at the end of it or the beginning of it. But this last month, first his parents called me and was like, you know, y'all need to figure something out and y'all need to get along for the baby. And so we want to see the baby and we want him to know his dad and know this side of the family.
Just
and I was like, I
Drake
agree.
for the baby. All right.
And I called him and I was like, you know, let's try to put our differences to the side and let's try to make this work and let's just try to get along. And he was like, okay. So I sent Splash over there for the month in May. It was Mother's Day. It was my birthday. And I was like, you know, take him. If you want to see him, take him. And let's just see how this goes.
Drake, dad, former member of the game.
I was in Hawaii for 9 days for my birthday. And the day that I left,
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Up until
I know that
this
he was like a
point,
player from Memphis
was
and shit like that. I know that he was from.
my bags, headed to the
I know
airport,
that he was from the church.
Back to Houston, and he called me, and he.
Here, let me see.
Did anything change in?
Well, what are we talking about? Yeah, Drake's dad. What, Pimp Game?
Okay, so first.
We're not doing that.
Happy birthday, dear Drake. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, what Project Pat got
I mean,
to say?
how did it feel to be in the game that long? You know, because at this point, you're what, 20-something years in the game, and here you are, you know, 40-something years old.
First class and wouldn't even know who they is. And then I get off the plane, my cousin, man, you know you was sitting by such and such. I said, I was. I don't even be knowing.
All right, I just wanted to see what he had to say, but it don't look like it's gonna be that. I'm not seeing like nobody talked about it on YouTube. Nah, someone sent me a video of that.
He wanted to flex on me that he got his strip club back, Splash House.
Is it open again? Because I heard it got shut down like right after it opened.
It will be shut down in a couple of months. Just give him some time. And
why did it get shut down the first time?
I I don't think he could afford it, or I don't think it was making money. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I know a few of my friends went in there just like to, party after hours, and they went over there and they were like, girl, he was in there throwing his own money trying to make it look like it was something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I was like, pathetic.
A few people sent me pictures of like the doors being like chained closed, and this was like a couple weeks or like a month or two after it opened, and I was like, that's weird.
Yeah. 2 seconds of fame.
Ouch. But okay, so then what happened like while he's got your kid and you're in Hawaii?
Yeah, so he called me and he wanted to flex on me, and I got my strip club back. Your baby daddy's the biggest in Houston. I'm the richest in Houston. Who nobody can shit on me now. That's basically.
Do you
the
watch
gist
No
of the
Jumper
phone call
News on the
was, is he
daily,
wanted to
bro,
flex
or
on
not
me.
really?
And then his.
Not really. Like I catch highlights if something like piques my interest, but nah, I don't care about a lot of stuff. It's 2-1. I haven't been watching UFC lately. I've been watching the NBA lately. I've been watching the Spurs. I've been watching the Lakers and the Spurs. That's what I've been watching. Nah, I ain't been training. I ain't trained in a minute. I might get into it if I got a good reason. I do like a little like shadow boxing, like a little bit of drills like every other day and shit like that, just to keep myself sharp. But nah, I don't. I like my face. I ain't trying to get hit in my face if I don't need to get hit in my face. These $25,000 veneers, I ain't trying to get punched in my tooth, have to replace one or something like that. Nah, you know what I'm saying? But like, you feel me? If it came down to it, I'll do something. Like, I'll fisticuffs if I have to. So that's why I'm not gonna do it unnecessarily. You said never too late. Nah. If I was gonna do that, I was gonna do that a long time ago. I ain't finna. Nah. But I mean, if somebody want to pay me to do like, if we do like brand risk or something, I'll do like a celebrity boxing or something like that. I want the pay to be right, But I would want it to be like celebrity kickboxing. Cause I'm more of a kickboxer, so for me to go and box, I have to put some of my tools away. You know what I'm saying? I was in like Taekwondo when I was really little, and then I was in like when I did cage fighting, I more so like was really good at like kickboxing. I could box, you feel me? Like I did a little boxing, and you have to do some boxing when you're doing kickboxing, obviously. So like it's like I know how to do more than that. I know how to set up stuff based off of everything that I could do. So yeah, see, cauliflower ear, you can get fucked up. I did that. I did do that. Watch my other fights. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. It's Alonzo Crawford. But yeah, I reacted to it in like one of my first or second. It was either my first or my second live. I think it was my first one. It was either the first one or second one. I did. I have a highlight to it on my Instagram too. I need to. I'm gonna put that on my shorts on here. Cause I already have a short of it. It should already be there, but it might not be there. So I'm about to post it on there. Cause I know it's on Instagram.
The other baby mama called him, and he flipped the script on me almost immediately and started screaming at me, or "Fuck you, bitch, fuck you, this, that, da 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 da."
All right,
and
yeah,
she was
go
basically,
ahead. Yeah, go watch it.
Kind of exposing him on the phone, like, well, you do this and you buy 3 Chanel bags, and basically going against everything that he says he is. You're tricking,
right?
And I was like, oh, so you are a trick. And then that's what really set him off. And then from then it was just downhill.
Really?
Yeah.
She called him a trick.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But you must have been tripping out because you're in Hawaii and he's got your kid, and you're like flipping out, obviously, about like him potentially being in an unsafe situation.
Yeah. There's just so much stuff. It's crazy, honestly. Mind blowing. And he was like, basically, and I was like, well, if you have all this money to trick on girls, you have enough money to give your son. And I'm not hurting for money. You know, like I can afford my son, no problem. It's just the fact that you don't pitch in and you don't do anything. And and it's expected for me to pay for everything.
Right.
The whole month he was with his son, this last month, his assistant was calling me, asking me to send groceries to the house.
Really?
Call Walk. He's got it. Like, why are you asking me for $200 for some groceries?
Yeah.
And I have the receipts on that too.
Like, even if you're watching this skeptically and you feel like, you know, maybe the whole pimp thing is cool or whatever, it's like, I don't think anybody should be defending men who don't take care of their kids.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't think, I think like as rap fans, as Americans, as human beings, that is just like the number one thing that we got to like really dismiss and talk down upon because it's just disgusting.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the text messages that he was sending to you, he was like, Drake pays my kids' bills. Is that a flex to you, Albert?
Yeah.
Does that make you feel good?
That's
That
kind of embarrassing.
Really embarrassing.
Yeah.
Another man is taking care of your baby mama because you're incapable of doing it.
Oof. Yeah, that's rough. God damn. So, I mean, what is the fallout been? Like, is he still hitting you up?
The optics is crazy.
Because over the last few days is like kind of when a lot of people really realized what was going on with this whole thing. Like the Drake thing, the baby mama drama, as he titled his new song, which I guess I'll promote.
It's hilarious. Honestly, I laughed so hard.
I
thought
guess
it was
I'll
so
promote.
funny.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't hit me up. I don't think he will.
Okay.
No, he hasn't. I'm sure he's probably afraid to.
Right. Damn. What do you think he's going to say when he realizes that you did this interview?
Oh, he's gonna be fucking livid.
Yeah.
I find it hilarious.
That's
to
crazy.
Be honest.
From your experience, though, like, is he on some tough shit? Like, is he really out here?
So I know, like, I saw he made a video or something talking about some baby mama drama or something. I'm wondering, because I think he was like trying to take that and turn it into some revenue or publicity for the video. But what do you think is going to get more views based off of him making that video? Or is this promoting that video, or is that video going to promote this? People see that and they're like, oh, what's that? And they go come over here and be like, damn. I don't know. This is some bad optics.
You're like hurting people, being a mob boss or whatever.
Personally, I've never seen him put his hands on anyone other than me.
Really?
So I can't really tell you that. I've never seen him fight another man. Yeah, I've never seen it.
Wow.
I've never witnessed it. So
That's crazy.
yeah, I've heard him talk about it, but I've never seen it.
Mm.
I remember you like wanted to fight him or something, and he just.
See, that's the fight I lost. The Mike Bieber fight. He fractured my eye socket. Yeah, that's the fight I lost. I didn't react to that one. I'll react to that one of these days too. But nah. I ain't got no excuses for it. I got some reasons or whatever the fuck. But yeah, bro, pretty much he kind of outweighed me at the time. I sat at my weight, and he didn't. But then he just wrestled me the whole time. So I was just like, what the fuck? Notice not one punch was thrown standing up. That's why I like kickboxing. But if you watch the other one, it was more standing up and shit. And then there was some ground shit. But the Mike Bieber's one, yeah, that one was annoying. that one wasn't fun. That was not a fun fight.
Went ghost and never even followed through with it, right?
Right, yeah. Because
I know. 90% of the fight. It was at 135. His last fight was at like 145 or 150, but he sat at like 150 or 160 or some shit. He cut hella weight to fight me. And I sat at like, at the time I was sitting at like 134. I just sat there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to cut weight because it was hard to find any fights at the weight that I had to be to cut weight. So I just had to fight anybody I could at 135. So yeah, his whole game plan was don't even let me throw a punch. Don't let me strike, because that was my whole game. It was pretty much try to stay off the ground. Although I knew jiu-jitsu. I fight 200. How do you fight in 200? You're not that tall. How are you fighting in 200? You'd have to cut weight to like legitimately, because at 200 you're fighting way too big of people. You fighting way too. They're gonna be way too cut.
Listen, like I don't talk about myself as a fighter or whatever, but my whole thing with him is that like he a little dude, you know.
A little boo-boo.
I mean, he's just like a little guy. Yeah, soft.
See, Adam be saying stuff like that. When he got in the ring, he got treated terribly. But I mean, like, that's also the type of people you have to fight at 200. But I'm pretty sure I would have put up a better fight than he would have put up. You know what I'm saying? So Adam be he be sizist, because he was even saying that about me. Like, he was saying like, oh, you think you take Sharp in a fight? And I was like, that nigga doesn't. He's not disciplined enough. I'm a martial artist. Like, I'm not gonna come out here and be talking like boomty wompty. I'll beat everybody up or whatever the fuck. But like, a trained fighter versus an untrained fighter, like it's different leagues to it. So it's like he's over here saying like he's a little dude or whatever. I know he's around the same size as me or ish, or like, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, that doesn't necessarily mean that. That's all I'm gonna say. What's the best way to lose fight during a weight cut? Really like the sauna and shit. Sauna, running. You know, if you run with like a garbage bag on you and shit. Damn. Okay. Purple belt jiu-jitsu. I fuck with it. Yeah. You gotta be. It's different. If somebody thinks like, oh, okay, I'm just bigger than you, so I can do. But I mean, you're over here grappling 200 pounds. That's crazy. But I mean, you're grappling 200. What would you, like, if it's like in like a boxing or something like that? The reach disadvantage would be disgusting at 200. I'm just saying, because that's what like Mike Tyson. That's like the anomaly when it comes to that, you know, because he could fight at a heavyweight, but he's not like. He's not that tall, but he's still tall enough to still, and he's like, excuse me, a motherfucking at 200? 200, bro? 200? That's crazy. But I mean, being able to grapple that good though, that means you'd outmuscle anybody on the ground at 200 for sure. That's what I'm saying. Like if you cut, you probably cut to like a good 170 or something. Ask him. I don't know. I don't even know who these fighters are right now, to be honest. I ain't been watching fighting. I live right next to like one of the biggest spots to even watch fights at and stuff, and I don't even go there. I could just go watch them. Is that tonight? Is it a fight tonight? I'll go watch it. Shit. We get some wings and shit. I'm over here. I got the Spurs game over here too.
I was running with that for a little while there, yeah. I mean, I just feel bad for like a lot of the Sauce brethren, because I've hung out with the Rizzos of the world and all these guys over the years, and like I fuck with them, but then I feel.
I know some. Yeah, I ain't gonna talk about that. I had this niggas anyway.
Like they actually, like a lot of the artists who I think have signed to him over the years kind of end up in a similar position to the girls, where like they get sold the world. They're convinced that this is going to be this really beneficial situation to be in, and then nothing ever comes from it, right?
So I remember one time he bought one of his artists a car, a Mercedes, like S550 or something like that, and they were so broke that they couldn't even afford the gas in the car.
Wow.
They were calling other people on TSF like, hey, can I borrow $20 so I can get some gas?
Wow.
And you're driving a $50,000-$60,000 car?
Yeah, that's sad. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Get them a fucking Texaco gift card to go with the whip.
That's crazy. Not the
Gotta
gift.
do it
part.
right, man.
Tomorrow.
Damn. So like, all right, are you just like focused on
supposed to be the White
moving
House
on?
thing?
I know you like keep exposing him and everything, but it feels like, you know, at a certain point you're just trying to figure out what life.
I don't know if I want to contribute to the. I mean, as long as if I'm not paying for it, I'm not gonna pay no pay-per-view for that because I'm not putting no money in their pocket, not any more than I have to already.
Is without this guy sort of getting in the way of everything, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to be able to co-parent. I would love for my son to be with his dad and know his dad, but it's impossible. And then also, it's just I don't trust what goes on over there. I know people like to have their comments on me. I'm a sex worker and I'm this and I'm that, but you know, that's just my work life and that's what y'all see on the internet. My private life is nothing like what y'all see on the internet. You know, I have a very peaceful life.
When you say sex worker, you're like doing OnlyFans. It's not
Doing
like
OnlyFans, yeah, like, and people want to blame me for twerking on the internet, but that's not who I am in real life. You know, that's just what I do for work.
Right, because I seen him, or I seen you saying that when he does have your kids, that he'll like be out till 4 a.m, like getting totally fried off lane and smoking blunts all around him and shit like that you don't appreciate.
Yeah, and when Splash House was open, he had my son at Splash House
In the strip club.
and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And my son was way younger.
Yeah, what is he? He's 5 maybe now?
No, he's 2.
He's 2 right now.
2 years old. He'll be 3 in September.
Yeah, a 1-year-old in a strip club. Oh, Lord.
And whenever I found that out, I was like, are you fucking kidding?
So when was the Drake thing? This kid's
You know,
2.
and, like,
She was pregnant before
he's
that.
just
Kid's probably about to be 3 or something.
The thought
I don't know.
process.
Yeah.
It's diabolical
I'm
to
trying to
me.
get
It
the
doesn't even
timeline.
make any sense. I'm like, whenever you die, your brain needs to be studied.
Yeah.
To go, you know, and to show in textbooks or something, because it doesn't make any sense.
No, that's insane.
And his parents enable him, so.
His parents,
Especially his dad, yeah.
really?
Yeah.
They just sort of don't tell him that he's fucking up?
No. Nope.
Interesting.
His stepmom is a great lady, but his dad is an enabler. In his eyes, he does nothing wrong.
I gotta ask this. Was there any other rappers that were like his ops or whatever that he would always be talking about? Because I did notice that the beef with him and Honeycomb Brazy seemed like it got kind of patched up real quick. Like he didn't seem like he really wanted to push that one.
As far as all that kind of stuff goes, I don't really keep up with that.
How we can become mods.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Shit,
I can't
holla at
really
me on
speak too much
Instagram.
on that because I stay out of that kind of stuff and I don't ask him about it.
Okay.
But
Talk to me on Instagram, bro.
I don't think he would ever be brave enough to really take it to an extent like that.
Okay.
Because I'm sure he would be scared to get embarrassed if someone actually beats him. If that makes sense.
Interesting.
Beats him
To
that
an
way.
extent, think he would ever be brave enough to really take it to an extent like that.
Okay.
Because I'm sure he would be scared to get embarrassed if someone actually beats him. If that makes sense.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, he didn't want to fight me, so.
Yeah. I don't think he would ever really get in the ring. If he does, I would be really surprised.
Yeah.
Adam asked if anybody wanted to fight in the ring. I said I would. I'm mostly trolling. I mean, I would for I don't know, for funsies. You know what I'm saying? I'd take it serious. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, we could just do it, you know, for sport. Nothing crazy. A lot of it's intent. You want to hate your opponent and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying? I know how to. I've been in combat sports for a long time. You know, I know how to just, you know, could do it for the one time. You know, just cause it would, because I'm trained and he doesn't have that much training and stuff. So I think that it'd make it like a good like David versus Goliath kind of joint. You know, because he's hella tall. He's a big dude. Just he might feel more confident to swing against me, you know what I'm saying, versus the other dude. But I'm really quick, so I'm pretty quick, you know what I'm saying. I'm pretty fast. If you go watch the fight I won, you'll see how fast I was.
So, like, what would be your advice to girls out there who are being, preyed upon by like him or somebody like him?
I would first, if you come in contact with someone, look at the red flags. Don't ignore the red flags. Go with your instincts. You know when someone is not genuine. You can feel it. You can see it in their eyes. As hard as it might be, the first time they intimidate you or put their hands on you or abuse you, leave. Cut off contact. And keep a stash of money to yourself somewhere.
Don't give 100% of your OnlyFans earnings to a dude.
Yeah, keep a stash of emergency money, and the first time that they put their hands on you, call the police, make a police report, get a restraining order. Then they won't, men like that, they're gonna be scared to come back around.
Yeah, because you seem like you're moving kind of cautiously. Because even when I was asking you in the DMs like where you were staying, you were being kind of tight-lipped about it. Like you seem like you've kind of gone real out of your way to remove yourself from anything that might be involved in this situation.
Yeah, I don't. He's also in Houston as well. Has obviously
my
a bigger
bad. I
name
was
than
fucking
I do.
with you.
I'm obviously going against him. I'm obviously exposing him. But he's had people come after me before. Why wouldn't he do it again? So yeah, my location at the moment is private. No one knows where I'm at.
For sure. Well, I mean, I just want to say that I appreciate you sharing your story, and I think it's important because like a lot of girls might get kind of seduced into thinking that this sort of dude is the kind of guy that they want to try to build something with, and in reality, I think
it's not what they think it is.
Yeah, you got to be more, just be, and you can't put the blame on a girl who falls into this sort of thing because they get sold a dream, especially when they're young, and they might think that it's something that it isn't. But I think, you sharing your story is going to embolden a lot of girls out there, I guess, maybe to, have a little bit of self-respect that they might not otherwise have, and realize that this is an archetype. This is a type of dude who,
dang it, they're gonna learn self-respect.
And also, I know I'm not alone in this type of situation. I know there's a million of other girls going through the same thing right now. Even if they're not a pimp, they're just an aggressive man in general.
Right.
That they can't get away from. That you're just not the only one ever. I sympathize and I get it. And toxic situations, I hope everyone gets out of those.
Definitely. So, you got any plans that we should know about for the future, or anything you got that you're working on?
Okay.
I have a few things I'm thinking about that I'm trying to get started at the moment.
I know how I get up there, man.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just really trying to focus on my son and getting my life together, and moving forward and trying to do what's
the strip
best
clubs
for me.
are right there. You can find some good moves there
staying away
too.
from him.
For sure. I appreciate you sharing your story.
Especially now, you can drink in the clubs.
Thank
now,
you so much
right?
to Kylie, and anybody who wants to support her in her journey or whatever, head on over to her Instagram, which we'll link below.
Yep, OnlyFans. Thank you.
What's the Instagram _ It's Kylie.
OnlyFans. Thank you.
KILEY.
Yep.
Like the necklace says. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, for real.
Yeah, I appreciate you too. Thank you.
No Jumper, coolest podcast. Check us out. Like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate y'all.
We'll try that one on you, girl.
She's not feeling that one. Damn.
Oh, he's doing something actually.
No Jumper, cool.
So yeah, that was interesting, right? Yeah. I don't know. See, a lot of people do a lot of things that put a lot of bad taste in all that. That's why I was even showing like the whole digital pivot stuff. It's like, let me give another option, since everybody's making the game look real bad, especially during the waking of this other opportunity. You probably want to jump onto this other opportunity before all these other niggas sink the ship, because there's too much stuff getting exposed about what be happening in the game and stuff like that, and too many people's business gets out there. Man, you gotta not even saying abandon ship, but like either patch the holes or make a replica ship of a different type. You know what I'm saying? Make it out of a different kind of wood. Find a way to find an identity that doesn't synonymize with that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody gonna be thinking that you doing that. You know what I'm saying? They have Dice Capone 15 years in Aurora. Oh, they gave. Which Capone? I know another Capone. That nigga's in Vegas.
Picture this. You're in East Africa.
He was looking for
300,000 years
earlier.
No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And I feel like today...
I want to know what was up with the Drake's dad thing. What was this?
This is Mozzie, and he once went through one of the most embarrassing moments in internet history. Like the kind of moment that instantly changes how people look at you online. Now, Mozzie is known for constantly flexing on social media. The cars, the money, the lifestyle, everything about it feels loud and impossible to miss. But because of how over the top it is, people are always questioning whether the lifestyle is actually real or just social media packaging. Because let's be honest, we've all seen people online who know exactly how to look rich without actually being rich. A couple months ago, Mozzie decided to take a break from flexing online and brought...
The victim's testimony here was heartbreaking. She said that to this day, she lives in fear of Winston Burt. Prosecutors say he was not just a pimp. He was vicious and violent towards the girls, taunting them, making them fight with each other, and in one case, posting on Instagram asking which gun he should use on a girl who tried to get away.
What the fuck?
Come straight back. Where'd you get? This was the moment Winston Burt's sex trafficking empire came to an end.
Why you need though? I've explained to you.
Federal prosecutors said Burt moved women from different states, forcing them into sex work on Aurora Avenue in Seattle.
These particular victims were forced to earn $2,000 a night. The defendant would not let them come home until they had earned that amount of money.
Kate Krishman prosecuted Burt's case.
These traffickers are able to recruit victims by portraying their luxurious life on Instagram, on social media. They show their jewelry, they show their cars, they show where they're traveling, and they tell their potential victims, this is something that we can have this life together. And then, of course, once they lure them into their web, then they pull the rug out under them.
One victim spoke at Burt's sentencing, recounting the horrors she faced, including when she tried to escape Burt's control and other girls beat her into submission. She fled, running into traffic on Aurora Avenue, where an Uber driver picked her up. Burt started shooting at the Uber, but the Uber driver was armed and shot back. They had a rolling shootout, and the Uber driver got the girl to safety.
I'm just running for my life. And he started opening fire at me.
Mr. Burt used extreme levels of violence to help control and to force the women to do exactly what he wanted.
The FBI says Burt funded a lavish lifestyle off the forced sex work of his victims.
Mr. Burt was driving a Mercedes GLE. He had almost $80,000 worth of jewelry on his person, including an Audemars Piguet diamond-encrusted watch.
Just report this
Let's go. Yeah, that's just the watch.
Burt's defense attorney said in court that he had a terrible upbringing, and that's what led him into a life of bad decisions and crime. The sentence here in federal court, 15 years in prison, followed by 15 years of supervised release. That'll put him into his 60s with this case still attached to him. Today, the prosecutor said that he could have faced up to life in prison, but they felt like this was a good deal, and it spared the victim from having to go through a trial. Reporting live from the federal courthouse in Seattle, Jeremy Harris, Como News.
You feel me? If the police stop me, I don't got no bitches, sir. I'm a podcaster. You feel me? That happened to me last time. I got stopped by the police. I said, I'm on the way to a podcast. And I literally was. I had it in the GPS. I am a podcaster. You know what I'm saying? I had to be with me, but they was like, let me look in the back. They thought I was a gang member, really. They was a gang task force downtown LA. But yeah, man, that's wild. You was busting at the Uber driver. That's actually outrageous. That's what stopped it. You was doing all that, but what stopped it was busting out the Uber driver who busted back. See, you can have pipe up in Seattle. You can have pipe up there. You can have a gun. So I feel like a lot of stuff does happen up there, but it, like, you know, don't. The top one, what, this one?
Yeah, Molly and Preston, Bellevue police say this all started out as a routine patrol call where a couple of officers thought something didn't quite look right. That led to prosecutors saying they were able to take down a vicious pimp who was abusing a woman and selling her for sex work while keeping the money for himself.
Vicious pimp.
So trying to tell me leave alone?
On social media,
It's trying to tell me leave money alone.
Cedric Dorsey painted himself as a pimp.
Why I'm a pimp?
With money, swagger, and influence.
SCCC 333.
But investigators say his lifestyle was built by forced sex work, as Dorsey trafficked a woman into prostitution in Seattle, Bellevue, Kent, and Las Vegas. It all came undone in 2024 when Bellevue police responded to a domestic violence call involving Dorsey and his victim.
They listened to what that victim was telling them and realized things weren't just.
I got a cold ass picture. I can't lie. Hold up. You got the Medusa, full Medusa couch with the Medusa robe with the AK. No, you shouldn't. No, not unless you have a way to justify what you're doing to make it look like what you're doing isn't what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? That's why if you do like OF stuff, you can do stuff like that because there's a justification. It's like, okay, it's coming from something legally. It could look like, or if you're a rapper or something like that. If you're like something that looks like you could be doing that based off of that, then cool. You know, let's say, even say that you're a streamer and you're getting a lot off the streaming. And it's like, okay, I can make it look like it's that. And you could still be doing that. But like, if you're making a lot off of that, then you're not really going to be doing all that unless you're just like hella greedy. Which, I mean, I don't know. Or unless it's not hitting like that. Times get slow and it's time to howl. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. No, you probably shouldn't be, but the temptation's there. Because what are you doing it? I mean, not like what are you doing it for? You doing it for the money. You're doing it for let's say generational money. You want to have money for a long time, but you do gotta promote a lifestyle in order to get other people to get on top of that lifestyle. So it needs to be reasonable. And you need to make it look like it's damn near something else.
And his victim.
They listened to what that victim was telling them and realized things weren't just adding up for her and what she was saying, and that she was in a very dangerous situation.
Bellevue Police Major Ellen Inman says patrol officers noticed signs of trafficking and called detectives.
When you ask them questions, they're answering repeatedly in these kind of scripted or answers that sound like they're rehearsed. When they served the search warrant on his premise, they recovered $12,000 in cash, along with those 3 firearms, one of which was stolen, and a banned firearm.
King County prosecutors hit Dorsey with charges of human trafficking, promoting prostitution, and unlawful possession of a firearm.
Now, posting pictures of you with a stolen burner is crazy. I'm not supposed to be with a stolen AK? That's crazy. Lock me up, sir. I don't need to see the day. I don't need to see the light of day for a long time. I'm just trying to live fast. Fuck a few of these hoes real quick with this stolen AK and make it happen. Nah, you can't do that. More power to him. I hope he beat the case, but you can't do that.
We see very significant violence, strangulation, beatings, assaults.
Prosecutor Brayla.
You letting sauce spill. So that way people can put smut on your name and you can't get that smut off.
McGinnis tried Dorsey's case where his own social media posts were used as evidence, including this one about the 304 oath, where prostitutes promise not to cooperate with police and say they aren't victims.
Man, watch what you post on the internet.
victims.
One of
Watch
the
what you post on
biggest
the internet.
rules of the game is not to talk to police. It is that idea of selling the dream, right? Saying, I have these nice things. If you come with me, you can have all of this, right? And when you're talking to someone who has had a very rough upbringing or a very troubled life, that's the vulnerability that they exploit.
That's the way I look at social media and the...
Yeah, you got the contract. Now, I do got contracts, though. I got a few different contracts, dropped it up. Who's better? They different. Who's better, Frosty the Snowman or Almighty Suspect? I'd have to say, I mean, Frosty the Snowman was more iconic because he did what he did. Almighty Suspect, I feel like his sound carried longer. I know, right? So, Frosty's was more original because when I first heard Frosty, he was the first one I heard out of everybody that was coming out of LA later on. And then he it almost had like a Bay kind of vibe to it. I was like, okay. It reminded me like the beats that he was on reminded me like the Pack or some shit like that, but like not like the Pack. How would I put it? Almost like some Thiz shit. Almost. Like some 17 with a Thiz shit or something like that, but like with a slightly different cadence. I don't know. That's the vibe I got from it. It reminded me more of like some bass shit. So I like that. And then, so like, I guess I got more more relevance or whatever, or more context. Yeah, I have more context with Frosty, so I would say Frosty. But Almighty Suspect, he got some slaps.
Use of different ways that people advertise their criminal activity is that if you make it available for the Bellevue Police Department in this case to access and use as part of our lawful investigation, then that's what we will do.
After being found guilty at trial this spring, Dorsey is now starting a 35-year prison sentence.
We were able to take a very dangerous criminal.
Frosty be stealing Pokemon cards though. That's kind of crazy. It's hella funny. Nigga says Stacey Dash or Keisha Cole. Stacey Dash, although she's hella weird now. I'll take like 2005 Stacey Dash. 2005 Stacey Dash.
Off the street and hold him accountable for his actions.
Now, local
Keisha Cole look like she's suck a mean one though.
And state officials have been really trying to get a handle on this issue of illegal sex work. And one of the proposals supported by the King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office was a bill earlier this year in the legislature that would have increased the penalty for those who are buying sex work, the Johns in this case. But that bill did not make it out of committee this year. Reporting live in Seattle, Jeremy Harris, Como News.
I don't be voting for Trump.
Yeah,
I don't be doing that. Start there. Game's going good. What happened?
Meantime, a convicted pimp refuses to be sentenced in court this morning.
Only our 8 News Now investigators were there as he tried to argue with the judge.
Vanessa Murphy has this story that you'll only see here. Now, we do want to warn you, there is content of a sensitive nature in this report.
I did see that. I saw the girls one and a guys one. Like, there's time where like a girl was like flirting with another girl or something like that, girl cop, and she like shot her in the leg. And then, like, there was another one where the cops was, like, messing around, pointing guns at each other, and one of them shot one of them.
It's no secret sex trafficking is a major
Why is this shit
problem,
down here?
here? Here in Las
Oh, 'cause I'm
Vegas.
looking up pimp
Richard
stuff.
Babb's case is an example.
I'm looking up scummy
Prosecutors
pimps, and then what's over here down at the corner? It's crazy.
say the now convicted pimp victimized 4 teenaged girls. He could face 59 years to life in prison, and he is still putting up a fight. Richard Babb trying to argue with Clark County District Court Judge Michelle Levitt and also trying to hide from our camera. This was supposed to be the 23-year-old man's sentencing Tuesday morning, but he's blaming his defense attorney, even calling him a monster.
Leaving me dry, leaving me out, just oblivious to everything that's going on in my case.
Defense attorney Ozzie Fumo, appearing here virtually, is a longtime and well-regarded figure in the Las Vegas legal community.
They caught white native folks slipping.
Babb has gone through several attorneys.
White native folks slipping on his ass. Caught him with a sentence.
We reached out to Fumo about what unfolded here. He declined to comment. Babb could spend the rest of his life in
Okay, that's like... There's like native Samoan folks.
prison. Prosecutors say his victims include 13 and 14-year-old girls he gave marijuana to in exchange for oral sex.
That's not folks.
After communicating on Snapchat, and 2 15-year-old girls he sex trafficked.
Hey, yo, what?
Asking one to walk the blade, meaning...
See what I'm saying? Though that's what's going on over there. I'm not going there. I'm not putting nobody there. Why would you even glorify that specifically? I don't glorify that. I understand you gotta get it how you live, but you gotta know the right way to get it how you live. I ain't Captain Saving. But if that's the alternative, call me that then. Cause we ain't doing that. That's crazy. Yeah, 15. There's a bunch of 15-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Send a girl out there to go be out there with 15-year-olds. You out there sending 15-year-olds over there. It's lawless.
Work as a prostitute for him. She testified he dropped her off on Tropicana, a well-known corridor for sex work. She was rescued after Metro Police found her in a car with a John. Babb went to trial, the jury finding him guilty of 10 counts, including sex trafficking a child, sexual assault with a minor, soliciting a child for prostitution, and more. Judge Levitt agreeing to postpone Babb's sentencing while he remains defiant.
I don't trust that.
Babb is expected.
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. That's crazy. It's so out of pocket. Adam 22 was surprised Linda did a cream pie with Jason. What he'd do if she was pregnant part. This is so out of pocket. Why is this even I mean, I know why it is, but why is that even allowed to happen? That's so out of pocket. All right, y'all. I'm gonna peace out. I'm gonna be live again day after tomorrow. I might do a quick live tomorrow, but I probably won't. I know I'm gonna do a live on Monday though. I'm gonna be live for another like 2-3 hours around this time. A little bit earlier than this time. So I'll probably do it like around like 5. Probably around like 4 or 5. I'll be watching either just some more Ratchet stuff. I got some stuff planned. So it's gonna be fun. Get up with me, man. Like, subscribe. Watch all the videos. Check me out. Hit me up if you want to know or if you want to see other things that you want to see me do. 5 p.m. in Vegas. I'm not in Vegas. I'm in I'm on the West Coast. So in Oklahoma, shit. I think it's like 7 in Oklahoma, something like that. So just tap in with me, man. I might set like an alarm or something on it. Or just set an alarm on my account. It'll let you know when I go live. I'm going to go live probably around 5. I might do one earlier too. I might get on earlier too, but you know what I'm saying? All right. Keep it player, you know what I'm saying? Don't let the media trick you, trick the media, you know what I'm saying? Don't let the world trick you out your spot in it. You know what I'm saying? Stay in it, stay alive. And don't let the sauce spill. You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't gonna be smearing your sauce all over the place. We out. Yeah.